Could Bitcoin crash in the same way the Federal Reserve wire system and ACH system just crashed yesterday? The Federal Reserve payment system actually crashed for about 3 hours where nobody could send wire transfers or ACHs for a full 3 hours. And I wanted to make a video specifically of, could this happen to Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin, a scam, and could this be shut down in the same way that the Federal Reserve got shut down for 3 hours when it comes to their wire transfers and their payment system? It's a very different situation with Bitcoin. So with Bitcoin, you couldn't actually shut down the system like that. The only way to stop a payment or a transfer of Bitcoin going from one wallet to another wallet would be as if the entire internet around the entire world was shut down, or if all of the electricity in the entire world was shut down. So it's a much different system than the Federal Reserve wire payment system, the Fed wire system. The difference between Bitcoin and a wire transfer is talking from bank to bank, whereas the Bitcoin is the wallet holder to the decentralized network to the next wallet that is accepting this Bitcoin. There is no review process for the Bitcoin. Once it's into the network and going to that next wallet, that's what's happening, and it's getting confirmations, multiple confirmations, and then it is now in the new wallet. In this type of a situation here, it wouldn't be possible for this to happen to Bitcoin, and this is what brings some more awareness to how special the Bitcoin system really is, the blockchain system. If anything, I would imagine the Federal Reserve to be looking at their current system and going, how can we fix this? How does this never happen again? Because imagine this was a week. This was only, they're saying a very rare situation where this doesn't happen very often, or if at all, but it did happen. They were shut down for 3 hours. Imagine this was a whole week. Imagine this was a month where nobody could send a wire. Now, I know that's, pushing the boundaries on what could happen, but imagine it did. Imagine it was a whole week, nobody could send a wire transfer. They need to be looking at their system, because realistically, their system isn't on any blockchain. It isn't on anything like Bitcoin or some checks and balances system like that. It's just a digital number. And so how it even happened is kind of astonishing to me, but they should be I hope that they come out with something where they say, hey, we've reflected, we found that this is what happened, and we're never going to let this happen again. It won't ever happen again, because for the entire wire transfer system, the entire Fed wire system and the ACH system to be shut down for a whole 3 hours is pretty scary. And I hope they get it together and it doesn't happen again. But I want to talk specifically, could this happen to Bitcoin? From what I know, no, it couldn't. You would need the entire electricity of the entire world to be off, or you would need the entire internet to be shut down everywhere. It's kind of a long shot. And if that happened, then you wouldn't just have Bitcoin down. If all the electricity was down everywhere and all the internet was down everywhere, then all the banks would be shut down in addition to Bitcoin. It's not just like these situations would affect everything, not just... It'd be very, very harsh for all the electricity to be shut down, or all the internet to be shut down. But back to Bitcoin, what it is a network. And this is where I think the value is of Bitcoin. It's like PayPal. Why is PayPal valuable? Well, it's a network where people can send money with a limited fee. Bitcoin is the same way, where if you had, say, half the miners were turned off or something, or had some situation where all the miners in the US were off, or all the miners in China was off, or all the miners in a certain area was off, well, the miners in a different area would be on. Maybe it would take a little bit longer to confirm your Bitcoin from one wallet to another wallet. But there is also, in addition to being a decentralized network, you can also pay the network on a sliding scale based on how fast you want your Bitcoin to be confirmed to the next wallet. So basically, if you want, say you have $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, or you have two full Bitcoins, and you want to move 2 full Bitcoins to another wallet, you could pay the system, $20 and it would get to the next wallet. It might take weeks to get to the next wallet. They would get a temporary confirmation, but it wouldn't be a confirmed 2 Bitcoin in their wallet yet, but they would get a temporary, hey, this guy's sending you your Bitcoin, and it's going to be confirmed once the network confirms it. And you could pay a very low amount to the system, and then it would take a while. Or you could pay a larger amount, like $100, $200, $300. They even paid them $1,000. Keep in mind, PayPal is roughly a 3% fee. So on moving $100,000 to another person on PayPal, it would cost you $3,000. So they would get 97, or you'd lose 3%. So think about it. If you gave the Bitcoin network only 1%, that Bitcoin would instantaneously go boop right to the next wallet, because that's a lot of money to pay for your Bitcoin to be moved. It doesn't cost that much. So you pay the network on a sliding scale. And if you want your Bitcoin to move from one wallet to another wallet very fast, well, you can pay a bit more money to the network, and they take Satoshis, which is fractional amounts of Bitcoin, to move your Bitcoin to the next wallet. I hope I didn't make that too complex, but it was a very eye-opening moment for me, because I had asked that question in the past, and I've brought this up in prior videos, where I was curious, once 21 million Bitcoin are mined, and keep in mind, I'm learning with you all. We're on the journey together. I'm still learning new stuff about crypto every day, learning new stuff about Bitcoin every day. But I had this question. It's like, okay, what happens when all 21 million Bitcoin are mined? Well, do they just shut down the computers and it's over and all the Bitcoins are mined? And someone gave me the answer, and this was my eureka moment when I was like, wow, that's pretty elegant. That's an interesting system. And this shutdown of the Fedwire system really brings to light how elegant the Bitcoin blockchain infrastructure really is. So the answer to that question was no, the miners will remain on, Rob. And I'm like, well, why would they keep them on? If 21 million Bitcoin have been mined and it's over, why would they keep them on? Well, they'll keep them on because they get paid in fractional amounts of Bitcoin to be the wire transfer service, so to speak. They are now the network that moves the money in a decentralized manner from this wallet to the next wallet, that moves this Bitcoin from here to there. And they get paid to be that intermediary without being any bank. So it's wallet to wallet with no need of a bank that can possibly get shut down for 3 hours. And who are you paying? You're paying those miners that are technically still mining Bitcoin, because they are mining it out of your wallet, because you're paying them a fractional amount of Bitcoin based on how fast you want them to confirm your Bitcoin. So how much of the electrical power of their system you want to take, and how fast you want to move your Bitcoin from this wallet to another wallet. You might not care. You might go, I don't care if it gets there within 2 weeks. It's my wallet and I'm sending it to this other person who doesn't care if it gets to them within a month. So we're going to pay the lowest fee possible. That's fine. And it'll take the network a lot longer, and that Bitcoin will eventually get there. It's elegant. That system is very elegant, because when I send a wire transfer, I would love the option to pay, $1 instead of paying $35 based on if I cared if it got there within a week or not. You can pay much less to the system if you don't care about how long it takes to get from one wallet to another. And if this situation did happen to Bitcoin, it would, from my knowledge, it couldn't be possible. It couldn't be possible. The only thing that could happen is it would take more. Some part of the world's miners might have a problem, and then it would just cost more for the other miners to get the Bitcoin from one wallet to another, or it might take more time for the confirmation to go through if you're not willing to pay more. So the system couldn't be shut down. In this type of a situation with Bitcoin, if this was vice versa or something, and it was the Fed that was on using the same type of a system that Bitcoin was using, nobody would have been shut down on their wire transfer service. All that would have happened is they would say, hey, we're going through a little bit of a hard time here with the wire transfers right now. Wire transfers used to be $35, but if you want them to go through instantaneously, they might be $200 now. So it's a little bit more expensive. And if you put a wire transfer through, we'll see that it went through, but it might take a week or two to get to the next bank. So that would be the same situation as if Bitcoin's network was similar. It's hard to make the comparison, but I think people get the point of what I'm trying to say here. But with the Federal Reserve and this wire system, the Fedwire system being shut down, the ACH is being shut down, it was just the shutdown period. You can't pay us more. There's no way to get your money from here to there. That's the video. I just wanted to share how this situation would go down if it was Bitcoin. And my answer to that, and from my knowledge, again, my videos are not to be taken as financial advice or anything. This is just my opinion of what would happen in the situation. I don't think it would be possible for this to happen to Bitcoin. If all the electricity in the world was shut down, we'd have a lot bigger problems than our monetary systems. You know, same thing with the internet being shut down. So that is the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please do throw me a like. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm, and it gets this video out to more people, and would love to have you in the community. It's totally free to click that red subscribe down below. If you click the bell and then all notifications, you'll be notified of all the live streams and all the videos I put out on this channel. And again, it is completely free to do that. So click that subscribe down below. See you at the next video. Signing out.